Hi friends, today we're going to talk about weathering and erosion. I right now have a sugar cube, so if you want to come a little closer and look at the sugar cube. What a sugar cube is it is just a bunch of sugar particles put together and they've just compressed them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice how to weather this sugar cube. If you look at the corners, they're very sharp and you can see each individual crystal in there. So what we're going to do is we are going to weather it, and we've learned that weathering is that W word, which means wear down. So we're going to try to wear it down. I'm going to shake it up in here. And usually in class, we will pass it around throughout the whole entire lesson, and every single one of you would get to shake it up. And we would usually have a lot of shaking. I'm just going to do a little bit of shaking here. When we come in close, we can look and observe that we now have all of this powdered. I'm going to dump it out. Let me see. So all of this has come apart. So these were all pushed together to create that sugar cube, which really represents a rock. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to look at our sugar cube, which again represents a rock. And you can now see that there are no corners. All of the corners have been worn away. They have been weathered away. And this is our example of weathering. We're now going to talk about erosion. We're going to do a bunch of experiments on erosion. And I have a pan here and it has sand in it. I've built a sand castle already. So I want you to think about at the beach, because this is where a lot of weathering and erosion is relevant. So right now I'm going to just use a squirt gun and we're going to squirt it. So this is like water. Let's think about rain. If there's light rain, open. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's do wind. So here I have a straw and I'm going to blow on the sandcastle. And we can look, I'm going to have you come in nice and close. We're going to look at what happens here. So that piece just blew off. All of these pieces are eroding away. Remember, we want to think about erosion like a road. A road is where cars move, and so erosion is when particles move away from that topic that we're talking about. All right, let's try this one more time. So we have water erosion, and it is slowly eroding away. We can see all of the water. It's just falling down. Eventually, it will move away from that sandcastle. So that was a light rain. Now let's think of if we have a hurricane or other items and we just have a lot of water. So it is moving. Those particles are moving away. They are eroding. They are eroding. Now I'm going to build another sandcastle to show you one more. Example, and actually let's just do an ocean example. I think that that'll actually be better. So here we're representing our ocean. We have our water and our sand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my finger right here at the top of where the sand is, so it'll be obvious if our sand moves, because erosion is the movement of those particles. So here I'm creating waves, and what should be happening is those waves are taking that sand away. It's taking the sand and it's moving it, it's eroding. So I started with my finger here and you can see that the sand has dropped significantly, so waves do in fact erode. So today we talked about weathering and erosion. Weathering is just the breaking down of those particles, which we did here with our sugar cube. And then we also talked about erosion. We talked about wind erosion, water erosion, how they are heavy and light, and they both move things. And then we also talked about waves eroding as well. Well, thank you for tuning in. I wish you guys were here with me because we would have done this all together in each of your groups. Feel free to try it at home. I just took sand from my sandbox, a cooking pan. You can use a cup for a water bottle. I'm sure you've got a straw laying around at home, so feel free to investigate on your own. You can use other supplies as well, and I'd love to see your videos if you'd like to post them. All right, have a great day.